In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the headlight knob on your Ford Mustang located on your dashboard. Now to start this job here, you need to pull the knob off before we pull the gauge cluster bezel. Now when we pull this out, you want to go ahead and rotate the knob, and you're going to find a little notch here on the side. Now I'm going to use a pick, and I'm going to put the pick into it and put it all the way up and pull towards me. Now I'm going to rotate this down so I can get the pick in there and pull this off. Now I'm going to push this in to shut off the alarm. And what we're doing is releasing the spring retainer on the inside here. Now that we have this off, let's go ahead and remove our dash bezel. Now on the dash bezel itself, right on the top side, there are going to be two T20 torque bit screws. Let's go ahead, loosen and remove those. Now I have the steering wheel tilted down a bit to make it a little bit easier to gain access in there. Go ahead and spin that out. Do the same over here. All right, go ahead and set those screws aside. Now I want to go ahead and pull this bezel out, so I'm going to go right around the bottom here. I'm going to pull out towards you. I'm going to be careful when removing this here, but as you pull it out, there's little metal locking tabs around the perimeter and across the bottom here that you're releasing to go ahead and separate that. Now that we have the dash bezel off, we want to go ahead and remove our light switch. There's two 7mm screws right here. Let's go ahead and loosen and remove these. You want to go ahead and grab that switch assembly here and just kind of work it out a little bit. You have a little bit of room to work with once you tug on that harness just a little bit. You want to focus right here on the side is a button you can depress. You press that in and you want to grab the headlight knob rod here and pull that out. Now if you can't pull it out by hand, simply grab a pair of pliers while you're pushing on that and pull that knob out. Here it is right there. You're going to go ahead and take the new knob. You want to go ahead and line that up. Push in on that button and push the knob in. And get push that in. And then you can release that button and just gently pull that out. And you'll feel it lock into place. And that's all set. Let's go ahead and push that harness back in. Get that bracket to line up. Okay. Now that we have that lined up, go ahead and get your 7mm screws started in there. Once we get those started, we'll go ahead and snug them down. Now when tightening this down, once that screw bottom's out, just give it roughly about a quarter turn, maybe a little bit less. You want to make sure that it's snug. Do the same for this one here. Now you're probably looking at this here wondering why we installed the rod with the knob, because now we can't get the dash bezel on. Well, in order to do this, we're gonna have to pull this knob off of the rod. The reason why we installed this like this here was that it was easy to install the shaft with the knob and push that into place using the knob so you don't poke yourself with that rod. You're gonna do the same procedure as we did on the original part. Use your pick, pull this out, go into that little notch, and then slide the knob off. flip the knob off, grab your dash bezel, slide that down into place. Work your way around, pressing in the retainer clips. Install your two T20 Torx bit screws. Gently snug those down. You don't want to over tighten it and crack the plastic. All right, there it is, bottomed out just a little bit more. Go ahead and line up your headlight knob. Now I'm not going to push this on all the way yet. I can feel it slide on. The shaft itself is a triangular pattern, so is the insert on here. Now the pattern on this here has a little mark on it, and it's really not critical where you position it. It's all on where you want it. I want the dash lights to be turned to the left and down, and when you turn it to the right, it'll make your dash lights brighter. So it all depends where you want to have that positioned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it onto this until I can actually turn that headlight. So the dash lights are full bright right there. I'm going to turn it all the way to the left. And with it all the way down, I'm going to choose to put this little mark on here, a little square on it. I'm going to put that at 9 o'clock or close to 9 o'clock as possible. Line that up and just push that on. Now when I turn this, your dash lights will come all the way up to 5 o'clock here. Turn it all the way to the left. Be close to 8 or 9 o'clock, low dash lights. Give that a little tug. Make sure everything works just like that. Here we go. Once you're done there, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.